Hey guys, man, it's been a rough 2 weeks for me. I got out of the game, been out of the game for a little while, and even though I was already sick, I put out a prediction video, and then I was unable to make a reaction video. So it's been a mess for me, really. And it sucks because I like making videos, but it's been really difficult to even get out of bed. And I was able to kind of go to work and then come home, and then that was really all I could do. I couldn't make videos, I couldn't script anything, I couldn't really do anything except lay in bed and then go to sleep. And my sleep schedule was so different than it normally is. Normally I go to bed at 1:30 or 2 at night, and sometimes I'm filming the videos and editing them. But I was going to bed at 10:30 and waking up at 8:30, and I was so sick for the last 2 weeks that I lost about 7 pounds, maybe 8 pounds, depends on when you were measuring me. I'm starting to get back up to normal weight, but it was pretty frustrating to be sick for that long. I went to the doctor, so let's just talk a little bit about what actually happened because I think you guys probably want to know why I haven't made any videos, why I haven't made a prediction video, and I plan on making one, but this has got to come out first so I can explain myself. I got a fever 2 Mondays ago, and on that Monday night, I had a fever. I didn't have any Tylenol, nothing, right? I just kind of ate it. I woke up in that next morning, and my throat was completely sore. I could barely swallow. The pain scale for me, usually I'm very tolerant of pain, was like a 7.5, which is very high for like a throat problem. But when I tell you that like I needed something to coat my throat, literally because I could not swallow and I couldn't eat, it was really bad, and I had to do that for. So I went to the doctor the day after, and it was the first time I'd ever had to call out of work. So I went to the doctor and they said, well, you're negative for strep, you're negative for flu, you don't have COVID, so we can't do anything for you, which is odd, right? That's the first part of the story. That part is odd. So I'm like, well, okay, my throat like sucks right now. Can you give me something for my throat, please? Because I just can't. It's unbearable right now. I can't do anything. I can't eat. Um, I can't eat any solid foods. Like I have to just basically eat soup and that's it. And so the doctor's like, okay, we can do that. It's just like one of those medicine, like you pour it in and then you drink it and it like coats the back of your throat and then you spit it out. So that's what I got. And I was just tanking the rest of the sickness for a while. Um, and so the throat started to get better, and as the throat started to get better, things started to get worse. So then I started getting a sinus problem where my entire, my face is getting swollen, and my sinuses up here are insane, and I'm getting like pins and needles up here. And that's really honestly not even the worst part because I started to get an ear infection about halfway through, like not last week, but like a couple, I guess like a week and a little bit, like a day ago. So I started getting ear infection too, and that's when I was like, okay, I need to go back to the doctor. I need to see if they're going to give me something. So I go back to the doctor. Still no strep, still no flu, no COVID. And the doctor, the new doctor, because it's not the same one, is like, I don't know why they didn't give you antibiotics because this is like really awful based on your symptoms. I'm like, okay. So then I get prescribed amoxicillin, which is a good antibiotic. And I think here I am, what, like 8 days later, and I'm on like 2 days ago is when I really kind of got over the hump. I started fully recovering. But my ear infection has been so bad that I couldn't hear out of one of my ears. So like my right ear is the one that has the ear infection. But it was so bad that I couldn't hear out of my right ear. And then once the right ear came back, which for whatever reason it came back, my left ear went out. And so then I could hear out of my right ear, but I couldn't hear out of my left ear. And then my left ear got better, and then my right ear swapped and was out and has been out for like days, like 4 or 5 days straight. And today, well, today and yesterday are like the first 2 days where I can hear pretty close to normal now out of my right ear. Yesterday is kind of the big breakthrough day for me, and that's part of the reason I'm able to make this video now is because I did not feel comfortable making a video when I could not hear out of my right ear because I can hear myself talk in an echo constantly. And I can still kind of hear it right now, but it's not nearly as bad as it has been. So that's what's been wrong with me. I am on day 9, I think day 9 of amoxicillin now, actually. I've got 1.5 more days left of amoxicillin. And if my ear is not fully cleared by probably Thursday, I will have to go back to a doctor and see what they say. It's supposed to drain normally over time, but if it doesn't, and it stays this way and my ear's still clogged, then I'll probably have to go into an ENT to get it unclogged. And all of that to say that being sick really sucks. And I'm sorry I couldn't make any F1 videos. I'm sorry I couldn't make a reaction video because I didn't have the strength. Like I said, I lost a pretty good amount of weight, and all I ate for 2 weeks straight, about a week and a half straight, was chicken noodle soup once or twice a day, every day. That's it. Couldn't eat anything else. Occasionally I had crackers, and that was all. That was all I ate. Which doesn't sound too bad, but when all you're doing is drinking water, your throat's dry and hurts, your mouth is dry and cracked, there's really not much you can do except hope that it goes away. And it took a very long time. So it was really frustrating because I would have liked to have been at the top of my health and enjoying myself, but that's just not what happened. So again, we don't know what it was. There wasn't any. It was like a viral infection, is what they called it. Maybe it's because I had this ear infection and that's what caused it. We don't know. We don't know. They don't know. So that's basically what happened to me. That's why I've been out. All I'll say is that I did pretty good on my prediction video for Canada. I couldn't do much else. I couldn't react to it, but I think I had a pretty good prediction video. There's a couple that I was off on, and there was a couple that I was right on. I'd be too late to make a video on it now. I just don't think it would be worth it because it's a week and a half away, and people are already posting their predictions. So there's not much I can do now. I guess all I'll say is it was probably the best podium that I will ever see and that we will ever see in our lifetime. So if you get a chance to just take a look at that picture and see Kimi Antonelli standing at the top with Hamilton and Max Verstappen on the podium, that picture could become the most iconic picture of all time in F1 if we look 10 years down the road and Antonelli has won 4 championships and was the youngest championship winner ever to win it. It is entirely possible that that is what we see in 10 years. And if that is the case, it will have been the most decorated podium of all time. So if that's true, then we'll definitely have to, mark your calendar for that day. And if you got to watch it live like I did, I watched the recording of it like a couple hours later, so I would consider it live. But again, like I said, I was sick, so there's not much I could do there. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me. All 22 of my subscribers are still here, so I appreciate that. So yeah, thanks. And I'll see you in my prediction video, which I plan on making soon. So, see ya.